Orange County right there to the playoffs and make it can get there. The Springs unbeaten in the last 6. 2 teams above the playoff line. Could be a preview of a playoff matchup when all is said and done. It's Orange County and Colorado Springs coming your way on ESPN+. In the USL Championship Western Conference meet tonight with a lot on the line in terms of the playoff race. Orange County unbeaten in their last 4. Colorado Springs unbeaten in their last 6. And this match is presented by Taqueria Hoy, the official taco of Orange County Soccer Club. Happy to have you with us this evening on ESPN Plus with MLS veteran Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa. Look at the standings coming into this matchup. There are 5 matchups around the league tonight, all with playoff implications. Colorado Springs can clinch tonight. We'll get to that in a moment. Orange County right there at the line in a very, very tight situation. These teams last met in mid-June, and it was a 6-goal thriller, Ricky, so buckle up for tonight.
3 players had a brace. You look at this Colorado Springs side, which they were at home. Hanya got involved. You looked at Malik Foster as well, but he's made his way to Indy 11. And for Orange County, Bryce Jameson, the youngster, he scored some fantastic goals. But you look at this match months after, Joe, I think it's going to be a completely different game. It's going to be a bit slower and more defending, and a little bit more tactical. Expect that game here tonight.
Orange County starting to almost show shade to that team that won it all back in 2021. It's a team that has had a mixed bag of playoff success over the last few years. They've missed it. They've been eliminated early. They won it all in 21. Last year made it to the conference semis. Now they're above the playoff line, but still a lot to play for.
I think if you're Danny Stone, you're looking at this side a little bit more methodical, the way that you approach games, defending, making life very difficult for your opponents, and trying to have one of your players higher up the field express themselves and produce that little bit of magic. I think that is going to be the recipe for this Orange County side to get into the playoffs and make a deep run into this 2024 playoff line.
Our player to watch, brought to you by Omega Accounting, is Chris Hagart. He came in mid-season and has made a world of difference for Danny Stone.
I think he's such a clever player. The spaces that he picks up in between the lines, technically, he's very smooth. He's very slippery. He can beat you 1v1. He can beat you through combination play. I do think for Orange County, especially at home, how quickly can he get up the tempo? Because he's shown he can be a difference maker for the home side.
I mentioned moments ago that tonight could be the night that Colorado Springs puts a little X next to their name in the standings. All they need is a point, so a win or a draw, and they're in. And earlier they got a good result with Tulsa losing to North Carolina. So even if Orange County lose tonight, they would still clinch a playoff spot if San Antonio drop points. They're currently playing against El Paso. So a lot of different ways for Colorado Springs to get in officially tonight, but they're aspiring for more, Ricky. This is a team that wants to be top 2 in the Western Conference, and Speedy Williams is a big reason why they can get there.
The experience for Speedy Williams, what he brings for this Colorado Springs switchback side, he's going to sit essentially a general for this team. On the ball, he keeps the game moving. He dictates tempo, but off the ball, look for him to combine and get the lines very tight in their organizational skills. Speedy Williams needs to be really good for the visiting side.
Again, 2 of the most informed teams right now, not only in the West, but in all of USL Championship. Orange County unbeaten in the last 4. Colorado Springs unbeaten in the last 6. 2 teams above the playoff line. Could be a preview of a playoff matchup when all is said and done. It's Orange County and Colorado Springs coming your way on ESPN+.
Just the community aspect of Orange County Soccer Club. And if you want to support local sports and local teams, this is like the definition of a local team. More than just a soccer team, it's more of a huge family that's coming together here to support the one and only professional team that we have here in Orange County.
OCSC is just such an amazing place to go with the family on Saturday nights. We look forward to it so much, and we can't get enough of it.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Here in Orange County, passion runs deep for the beautiful game and for the community. That's why Patterson Autos is proud to be the official sponsor of the Orange County Soccer Club. From Tustin Mazda to Tustin Hyundai, Huntington Beach Mazda to Mission Viejo Kia. We're 4 dealerships strong, serving Orange County with the best selection of your favorite vehicles. At Patterson Autos, we believe in teamwork, community, and giving back. So join us in cheering on OCSC. Come visit Patterson Autos, your favorite Orange County dealer, and let's score together.
Tonight's match is presented by PNC Bank. Take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Zolfagari Law. It is Danny Stone trotting out this 11 for Orange County.
Zubak might press a little bit high and be the lone striker for Danny Stone. Hagart might pop onto this back line, so it might be a 4-4-2, but quickly can be fluid. Partita, Kasipli, and Chada look for them to stay compact and stay into that balance that Danny Stone wants to be on the ball. They want to dictate tempo, and off the ball, they want to clog that middle lane and let Lamb and Dogman come around the corners.
On the other side for Colorado Springs, an interesting 11. We'll elaborate more on it as the game goes along, but James Chambers changing some things up.
I think this lineup for James Chambers between Speedy Williams and Echeverria, how good can they be at taking the game away from Orange County? That's going to be key, because in result of that, now you have Tejada and Hanya. Their work rate on both sides of the ball to supply Justin Dillon. You want him to stay high, you want him to occupy the center back and get service into the big man up top for Colorado Springs.
It'll be Colorado Springs in their light blue this evening. Going from left to right, Orange County in their traditional orange and black from right to left. Man in charge, Mohamed Hassan, wearing the green. 5 total matches this evening in the USL Championship. All 5 with major playoff implications. Earlier tonight, Tulsa lost. That was big for both of these teams in their respective quests. And we are underway here in Irvine. Happy to have you with us this evening on ESPN Plus with MLS veteran Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa. Going back to that starting 11 for Colorado Springs, you've got Justin Dillon, who has started plenty. This is his 20th start of the season, but typically it's with a Kenzie Herman or maybe or a Ronaldo Damas, who's not on the bench tonight. But in the midfield, that's where it's really interesting. Juan Tejada only making his 11th start of the season. Cole Maraca making his 1st start of the season. And you've got Steven Echeverria making his 6th start of the season. So it's a little bit different than what we've seen for the vast majority of this recent stretch, including what is a 6-match unbeaten run right now for Colorado Springs.
I think the first 10 to 15 minutes is going to be really important for the Switchbacks. How quickly can they get those players comfortable? How quickly can they get into rhythm? Because, Joe, you look at this James Chambers side, they've only won 3 times away from Colorado Springs. So big opportunity here to right their wrongs deep into this season.
Take a look at tonight's injury report, brought to you by Zolfagari Law. Just Olaski, long-term for Orange County. Nothing reported for Colorado Springs, which is what makes it all the more interesting as far as certain absences for Colorado Springs with the lack of injuries reported. Some key figures that you'd expect to be either starting or available on the bench, not in this one. Lamb down the right side. Bryce Jamison, dynamic as ever. Jamison cuts it back for Lamb, shielded off. Partita whips it in. Orange County looking for a fast start at home. They had a fast start at home a couple of matches ago against Phoenix and never looked back. Big win on that night. 6-point swing against the Phoenix Rising team that is now beneath Orange County in the table. Played it towards Zubak. Flicked to the back post toward Jamison. It'll be the first corner of the evening for Orange County.
I think the wide parts of the field for Danny Stone are going to be really interesting, because you have Haggard. He has the freedom to come centrally, to combine with the players around him. And Bryce Jamison, Danny Stone wants him to stay high and wide, to make it a little bit more transitional. So expect to see Owen Lamb and the underlapping run to create a little bit of an overload on that far side for Orange County.
City side fiber corner kick for Orange County, their first of the evening. Whipped in to the traffic and right back where it came from. It'll be a throw. Take a look at tonight's keys to the match, brought to you by Patterson Auto.
This Orange County side, you continue the momentum. You talked about the form that they've been under Danny Stone, starting to get their rhythm. And for the Switchbacks, a team that in Orange County, they want to be compact, they want to keep their lines tight. So how expansive can you be? You're looking at Justin Dillon, Tejada, and Hanya to run in behind and really ask questions of their back line.
County under Danny Stone have transformed mainly the way they played defensively, and chatted with us about that this week. Whenever you come into a side the way he did on an interim basis, the whirlwind that it was, what's the one thing you could hang your hat on? Stability in the foundation defensively. So for a team that had struggled mightily defensively before he took over, that has stabilized, and the results have followed. 4 unbeaten, 2 wins, 2 draws.
Just look at them tactically. Earlier in their season, this Orange County side played with 2 wingbacks, a 3-back system, but now they shifted into a 4-4-2 flat or 4-3-3, whatever the way you want to call it. But he also gives the players have to feel the ability and the freedom to go and search the game. Much like Chris Hagar, Ethan Zubak might drop in and be part of the build-out phase as well. But like you said, Joe, top priority for Danny Stone when he takes the reins for Orange County is defending. How can you make life very difficult for your opponent? Hard to break down, and we've seen just that from the home side.
There are some players who are called up for international duty this week for Colorado Springs. We weren't exactly sure who we would or wouldn't see because of that. For example, Steven Echeverria, one of the players called in for Puerto Rico, but he is starting tonight for Colorado Springs. On the other side of that, though, you've got Ronaldo Damas and Duke Lacroix, who were selected by Haiti, both unavailable. So just based on who plays what and where, it made things sort of interesting. Jairo Enriquez, another one playing for El Salvador, not here. But again, Echeverria, called in for Puerto Rico, is starting. So international window playing a role this week as well. So maybe that goes back to our conversation about just this interesting starting 11 here tonight for Colorado Springs. But in a situation like this, with a short week, with a couple of matches in the span of a few days, it's an opportunity for James Chambers to see what some other guys bring to the table, what other combinations work, because you never know who you might have to trot out there in a playoff situation. Opportunity here for Yosuke Hanya, and it's all the way out for a throw.
It starts with the really aggressive nature of Matt Mahoney. Stepped up into that middle third, turns her defense into offense, and expects the verticality, the direct movement from Hanya, and a fantastic addition to the Switchbacks.
Ryan Dogman has been really strong as of late for Orange County. Another one of those players who's just had his role increased under Danny Stone. Really gets into the attack a lot down this left wing as this left back, encouraged more to join the attack under Danny Stone than previous regimes. And Orange County on a 3rd acting head coach this year. Started with Morton Carlson, who then departed back overseas. Given away almost at the back here. 50-50 play. Shuttler got there just ahead of Dillon. They just switched off for a moment, Orange County.
Decision making, especially the 2 center backs for Orange County, crucial to Danny Stone. If you do elect to play it into the path of Shuttler, you need to put enough weight on it. But give credit to the goalkeeper, how quickly he gets off of his line to deny Justin Dillon the opening goal here.
And this one out for a Colorado Springs corner. Again, just a reminder of what's at stake. All Colorado Springs needs is a point in order to clinch a playoff spot tonight. Now, if San Antonio drops points against El Paso and they're 0-0 in the 50th minute, then Colorado Springs is through regardless tonight. Loss, whatever the case may be. Win, loss, draw, they're through because of the points Tulsa dropped earlier and the potential points that San Antonio could drop. But that's not the goal for Colorado Springs. They pretty much know they're going to make the postseason. Just a matter of when it becomes official. Could be tonight. They are hoping, though, to be a 2 seed when all is said and done. And they are right there coming into tonight. 1 point back in the live table of Sacramento Republic, who are also playing right now against Monterey Bay. Short from the corner. Looped in. Goes all the way back for Hanya. Williams to Dillon. Such a big body target forward, Dillon. Always looking to play it to the runners off of him, but he could use that frame to do things like this. Sneaking it in front. Now shout for handball. Oh, that seemed like a case for Colorado Springs. Would have been one of those softer, unluckier ones because it was going away from goal, the ball. And now the threat ended by a foul against Dylan.
Justin Dillon has very soft feet for his size and requires so much attention, but notice the left arm of Seth Kasipli when he comes back. It is extended away from his body. There is contact. In my opinion, Joe, I think it would have been really harsh to point to 12 yards out.
I'm with you. It's one of those that it's harsh, but letter of the law, the ref wouldn't have been wrong if he gave it a penalty.
I think what saves Seth Kasipli is how close in proximity it is. Unintentional. I'm okay with the no call from Mohamed Hassan.
It's one of those
Great
where
ball.
any defensive team is going to hate it being called against them, and any attacking team is not going to expect it called for them. Hanya looking for Tejada. It's never really gotten going this season, Juan Tejada, in his role for Colorado Springs. A player who in the past has been a prolific goal scorer in this league, had 5 goals and 4 assists in 20 games last year after joining Colorado Springs mid-year from Indy. Prior to that, success in Tampa Bay and Indy. But this year, this is his 30th appearance, only his 11th start, mostly relegated to a bench role, and he just has 1 goal. So for a player who's been prolific and a player who has earned call-ups to the Panamanian national team because of his play in USL, hasn't really done much this year. This is a night to prove himself a bit, that he can maybe play a bigger role come playoff time. Really all started for him back in 2019. Tejada, when he burst onto the scene, double-digit goal-scoring season for Tampa Bay. And after that 2019 year is when he made his debut for Panama at the international level. Dogman. He sneaks through and he draws the foul. Again, this is more of what he's encouraged to do now under Danny Stone. He almost ends up acting like an extra member of that front line. That's how much license he has to roam forward. It's because he could do things like this.
It's also about the relationship between him and Chris Hagart. Hagart drops in a little bit deeper, so now Dogman, like you mentioned, has the quality to pop onto that front line, to take players on 1v1. Really clever. Aiden Rocha gets caught with his body position all wrong. Need to force him away from goal. Gets in, caught it a little bit late. Really dangerous set piece for Orange County here to Tess Herrera.
And they've been good on set pieces lately. Ethan Zubak, the big target. 8 goals on the season.
Look at that near post. Do not be surprised if he tries to catch some keepers.
Whipped in toward that area, still loose. Volleyed shot for a handball now from Orange County as it ricocheted away. We've had a handball shout both ways. Neither granted. Dozen minutes in, still scoreless. And a poor giveaway at the back from the Switchbacks. Kasipli. This is Jamison over on the left side now. Was flip-flopped after that set piece. Kasipli switching. Partida. Long over the top, maybe too long, and that is the case. Out for a goal kick.
Right placement from Kasipli. Right on top of that 6-yard box. Not dealt at nearly well enough for the Switchbacks. Nothing in that whatsoever. Speedy Williams at the last second turns his back. It's a game so tightly contested. Set pieces can play a massive part in the difference of 1 point and 3 points here.
10-ticket flex packs are the best way to attend multiple matches or to use all 10 tickets on your friends and family out to a match here at the Champ. Head to orangecountysoccer.com/flex-packs for more information. Hanya almost got through, taken away by Dylan Powers. Quite a while that we had seen Powers in that midfield with Kasipli in that holding role, and again another shift really Goes back a little bit further, but mainly under Danny Stone, with Powers sitting in as the center back, playing next to Marcus Nackham, and that's what helps give Ryan Dogman that ability to go forward. So it's really tough to put your stamp on a team in such a short time when you take over as the interim. But one thing that was working in Danny Stone's favor for Orange County, and it's certainly manifested obviously in the results, after he came in and had that first game, that 3-2 loss against Vegas, they had a week off. So they had 2 weeks between matches. And he told us it acted as almost a mini crash course preseason. And you could see that because things that you'd work on and instill during a preseason, he was actually able to implement in season after taking over, and they haven't lost a game since then.
And I think it's the rotations that come really jump off the screen. Fantastic ball in.
Dogman looking back post, Jameson flying through.
Just talking about their rotations. Now Seth Kasipli drops in. They build that in a 3-back system, so that affords Ryan Dogman to pop onto that front line. Fantastic first touch, even better ball in. But awkward from Matt Real. Bryce Jamison tries to cut inside at the last second, and the way that he falls on the top of the head of Real. Hopefully he's okay to continue on. A bit scary and awkward at the end of that action.
Matt Real down right now for Colorado Springs. There's a glance over toward the bench from James Chambers, and they're still working on Real after that collision. 25-year-old on loan ever since April from the Philadelphia Union, and that goes back to the relationship that James Chambers has with that organization and his association with Brendan Burke, now the head coach at Hartford. All those ties run deep with that Philadelphia Union organization. Real is up and looks to be all right to continue. He'll have to go off here for a moment as the trainer came out. It looks like he'll be able to continue right away. Just based on the body language, he doesn't really want to even exit the field, but he has to.
I think the way that Bryce Jamison falls is what causes the issue for Matt Real. No ill will whatsoever. But again, this near side has been causing all sorts of issues for the Switchbacks because Aiden Rocha needs to make a decision. Time after time, he's just following Chris Hagart centrally. Opens up a ton of real estate for Dogman to come and join the attack. So passing players off, communication with Echeverria for him to drop a little bit deeper is going to be really important to negate this near side.
Tanya Tejada. Tejada, and it blocked. It was interesting, given the players available tonight for Colorado Springs, to see this mixture in the starting 11 and to see players like Koa Santos and Zach Zandy left on the bench for the evening. Look at that two ways on the road here. You don't want to leave your bench completely bare because then you have nobody to provide a spark in the game. So you do maybe decide to leave a couple of guys who are typically starters so you can pack a punch later on. Different ways to work it for James Chambers. It's nice to be in this low stress situation though right now to be able to tinker. I don't think Danny Stone would have that same luxury right now, right up against that playoff line.
Great ball.
A lot of space in the middle. Eaten up by Chris Hagart. Helped transform this attack for Orange County in his number 10 role. Hagart turning, feeding Dogman. First touch led him away. Recovers though with a nice ball. Squaring it back. Dogman. Not afraid to take players on, as we've seen. Dogman to the end line. Hagart wasn't sure where that was going to go. If he would have reacted quicker, he might have gotten there. Another free kick for Orange County. This one in shooting range, and this one a yellow card for Justin Dillon. First yellow of the match.
Orange County having a lot of success dealing with the pressure from the Switchbacks. They're not compact in their structure, so now Dylan Powers has the ability to take about 5 players out of the game, and there's an overload. Too many players in an orange jersey causing issues. Justin Dillon Comes to the backside. This is our 4th foul that he's conceded. No need to be that overzealous. And catches Seth Kasipli. Sees yellow. And a dangerous set piece yet again for the home side. Plethora of options here. And it's moments like that when you had a conversation with James Chambers saying, if we do elect to press, we need to stay compact. The last action, it was that front 4, and then you left your front 6 exposed. See how easily Orange County can break through the lines.
And before anything can happen, the whistle blows for a foul against Orange County. The most anticlimactic result to any free kick.
Has to be frustrating for Danny Stone as Nakam brings down Justin Dillon. It's a clever ball from Seth Kasipli to the back post area.
Check out all the exciting postseason action as the USL playoffs presented by Terminix kick off in November. Top teams will battle it out for the ultimate prize. Go to USLChampionship.com for all of the latest playoff info. We'll keep you updated again as the night goes along. A lot of happenings in the 5 matches tonight in terms of the playoff chase. Every single match had implications playoff-wise for both teams involved. Nobody who was eliminated partaking in the action tonight. Here's Jamison cutting in, goes for goal! That's where you see the individual talent of Bryce Jamison.
But yet again, you just see how expanded Colorado Springs Switchbacks are in their press. So much space to start on one side of the field to end on the other side. And this is exactly what we talked about, the isolation for Bryce Jamison. Going downhill at Matt Real. Slow in rotation for Pierre to come over. A little bit of a window. Pulls the trigger, but unable to put it on target. But that's been the best bet for success for Danny Stone. You start on one side of the field with Seth Kasipli, Kevin Partita, and Chada. You end up on the other. And the wide parts of the field has caused some issues for the visiting side.
Mentioned about 10 minutes ago the scenario tonight for Colorado Springs where they qualify with a point. And they would also qualify with San Antonio and Tulsa both dropping points. They got a loss from Tulsa earlier, but in the last few minutes since we first updated you on this scenario, San Antonio has taken a 2-0 lead on El Paso. So it doesn't look like San Antonio will be dropping the necessary points. Look out here, giveaway out of the back from Herrera. Free kick on the way for Orange County, and just to put a bow on that. So Colorado Springs, it seems, going to have to pick up at least a point in order to punch that playoff ticket tonight officially.
Over the last 5 minutes, really sloppy from the Switchbacks. On and off the ball, their press is getting broken far too easily. Unable to connect any passing out of the back. Then set piece after set piece for this man.
Simply once again. See if this one can turn into any sort of chance again. Last free kick was a foul as soon as the ball was kicked basically by Kasipli. Good delivery from Kasipli, this time looking for Zubak. Headed away, volley comes in from Hagart, and it's wide. It's a matter of peaking at the right time. We've seen that year over year here in this league. 2022 maybe the only exception in recent memory where San Antonio was the best team from the jump and finished that way. Last year, Charleston was in a situation where they were one of the higher seeds, of course, in the East, but still never really felt like they were running away with it, the dominant team, but they got hot at the right time and made it out of the East. But Phoenix, who ultimately won it all, snuck in, got hot, won the whole thing, and it feels like that could be Orange County. Not going to anoint them in any way, but start looking around the league at teams that have that feel to them that could make a run. Unbeaten in the last 4 matches since they had that week off after Danny Stone took over. They're going to keep those good times rolling tonight. Maybe their toughest test in that span here tonight against the Colorado Springs side, unbeaten in 6. A real threat to be the second team in the standings in the Western Conference when all is said and done. Whipped in from Hanya. offside flag comes up. Speaking of that Phoenix team that won it all last year, a matter of peaking at the right time. They've been floundering lately, but they have a 2-1 lead right now on the road in the lab against their arch rival New Mexico.
What a result that would be for Diego Gomez and Phoenix Rising. They've been struggling as of late, like you mentioned, Joe. Losing their last 3, their last win came against San Antonio September 21st.
Long from Nakim. Chata trying to get there, he won't.
Better structure from the Switchbacks. About 10 to 15 yards from that front line to the back line, making life very difficult for Orange County to play through them.
Jameson, he's taken down by Tejada. Jameson slow to his feet after that foul. 18-year-old from Atlanta. Went through Atlanta's academy, then the Barca Residency Academy. That's pumped out so many terrific players over the years. He's been with Orange County for the last 2 years now. Another score update as Monterey Bay tries to cling to playoff hope. They are 1-1 on the road against Sacramento. They were down 1-0 just a moment ago. Monterey Bay needs help. They don't really factor in unless other teams start losing on their own. Right now, again, San Antonio in the live table would be on 37 points. 2 back of Phoenix, who in the live table will be picking up 3 more points over New Mexico. So even if Monterey Bay were to turn this into a massive road win against second place Sacramento, they would be on 36 points. So even if they win out, they're not going anywhere unless San Antonio and Phoenix also were to drop points. Still do whatever you can to keep yourself alive. El Paso has been doing that themselves. Their last 3 matches unbeaten, 2 wins and a draw, but if they lose tonight, they would officially be eliminated. They've held on as long as they could. And Partida just picked up the yellow. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on Tudena, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches, including the championship final, will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Haggard. Out wide for Jameson. Zubak making the run toward the penalty spot. Jameson tried to give and go, but not on the same page as Haggard. Chata tries to recover. Partida's got to be careful going in like that after just picking up a yellow, and he wins it cleanly.
One thing that's been really impressive since Sandy Stone has taken over for Orange County is just the work balance between Partida, Chata, and Kasipli. As 2 of them have maybe a little bit more of an attacking role, Seth Kasipli drops in more defending. But their spacing has been spot on their body position every single time they receive the ball, and they're quick to make decisions. That's why you start to see Owen Lamb, Ryan Dogman get involved in the attack more times often than not. It's been really good to see for Orange County.
Speedy Williams. They haven't really gotten Cole Maraca involved. He's playing in that number 10 role tonight for Colorado Springs. It's his first start since joining on loan on August 23rd from Columbus. He's only played 3 matches off the bench for 33 total minutes, so he's a couple minutes away from surpassing his season total so far for the Switchbacks. I haven't really called his name a ton. Awkward challenge there. Rocha thought he won the ball. Referee thought differently, so not only a foul, but also a yellow for Aiden Rocha.
Yet again, no real need from Rocha to come into this challenge this rash. You're coming through the backside of Chris Hagart. Your studs are exposed. And that look, it looks like he does get all of the ball. Chris Hagart makes the most of it. You see the frustration for the outside back. I think what gets him in trouble, that the studs were exposed in the intent. Ahmed Hassan pulls out a yellow card. Talking about Cole Maraca. We've seen him play as that lone number 10 now, but as of the last couple of minutes, James Chambers has kind of pushed Steven Echeverria up next to him, playing as dual 10s. Speedy Williams will be the single pivot in front of that back four.
Half an hour gone. Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine. Glad to have you with us this evening on ESPN Plus with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa. Coming into the night, Orange County sitting in 7th, Colorado Springs in 3rd. Not too far off from these two teams potentially meeting in the first round of the USL Championship playoffs just a few weeks from now. Nackham making lines on the ball ahead to Jamison. Now Zubak cuts it by. Dogman for Hagart. Chris Hagart back post, bouncing around. It's an own goal. Sometimes you need a little luck. Orange County creates their own luck and they lead at home.
Talked about Orange County having the ability to play out of the back, and you start on one side of the field, you end on the other. Fantastic little recognition here from Hagart. Aiden Rocha bites a little bit too early, so there's space in behind him. Fantastic first-time ball from Dogman, and you put the ball in a dangerous area, you will get rewarded. Zubak crashes that far post. Speedy Williams a bit awkward, unable to see the ball. Comes up too early on him, unable to get his feet underneath him. And it's an uh-oh moment from the experienced player. Well-deserved opening goal for Orange County as they take the lead here in the 33rd minute.
If it's 105 yards the other way, that's a tip of the cap for a heck of a finish for Speedy Williams, burying it side netting, but at the wrong end for his own good here tonight. That goal brought to you by Hogue. It's a 1-0 Orange County lead.
Just the way that they score this goal, Joe. You talked about Dylan Powers as a center back. Nackham as well has the ability to break lines with his passing. Brings in Bryce Jamison. You go out the other way. And we talked about this relationship the whole first half. Dogman and Hagart understanding their movements off one another, playing on different planes. The result, they find the opening goal through their near side.
It's not going to show up in the stat sheet for Chris Hagart, but it's another impact play for a player who arrived in mid-July on loan from Norway. Hagart, the 22-year-old, came up at the Seattle Sounders Academy, started in USL Championship back with Tacoma Defiance while he was in that academy for Seattle. Went off to Ricky's favorite school, Georgetown. And then from there, time in MLS with Charlotte. Brief loan spell to Loudoun last year before going to Norway and now back to the US. So he's been bouncing around, but he's been impactful wherever he's been. Try from distance here through the smoke. It curls wide.
Set the record straight. Big fan of Chris Hagar, but just not where he went to college. He's another one shot up. That's been fantastic under Danny Stone. The ability to pick and choose your times when to join the attack as a midfielder is really important. Does quite well to shift it onto his left foot, just pulls it a bit wide. But Danny Stone needs to be really pleased with how his side has performed through 35 minutes.
Even go with Rocha. Dylan wants it back. Rocha keeps it going. Just hasn't looked natural tonight for Colorado Springs. And again, does that go back to our conversation earlier about the tinkering with the starting 11? Part of it out of necessity. Players missing on international duty.
Had a conversation with James Chambers ahead of this match, and he said, look, the wide areas are the parts that we think we can really get at Orange County. We haven't really seen that. Everything has been centering to Justin Dillon. Maraka unable to get in any sort of rhythm. So you need Tejada to be a little bit more influential. Hanya, he's been really narrow when they're on the ball, almost playing as a secondary striker. Don't know if that's tactically, but if you get him high and wide, you can pin back Dogman and take him out the attacking phase of the game.
Chada. All the way back for Powers. Good job of that tonight, Orange County. Skipping lines on the pass. Here they go again. Jameson cuts it back. Williams has it. Pierre sat down back behind the play. Lead for Orange County. Own goal moments ago from Speedy Williams. The difference right now as once Pierre receives the attention.
Starts with the fantastic action of Ethan Zubak dropping it, but Aiden Rocha, he's just too narrow. Chris Hagar understands that, lets the ball run through. Now he understands the space is in beyond. Speedy Williams just gets a bit thrown off. I think the lens tries to make a play on it, unable to get his feet underneath him, collect, a bit awkward, but Orange County won't mind. They'll take it from front to back. Danny Stone needs to be really pleased with their success that they're having on the ball, and their movement off the ball has been quite good as well.
Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. For Shuttler, very quiet at his end. Actually, both sides still without a shot on target, even though Orange County leads 1-0. San Antonio continues to lead 2-0 over El Paso. So as it stands, Colorado Springs losing here, San Antonio winning there. Switchbacks would not be able to officially clinch a playoff spot tonight, but it's happening. They're in third place. They have a sizable cushion. Just a matter of when it becomes official. They have to wait until the weekend at least. Phoenix Rising still up 2-1 on the road against New Mexico. And it's still 1-1 between Sacramento and Monterey Bay. Switchbacks would like to see Sacramento drop points there as they continue to try and chase down the second seed. Dogman. Jameson able to flick it on. Did not think he was going to be able to keep that ball alive. Gave it his best shot. Hasn't shown any ill effects of the knock he took earlier. To leave the match for a moment before coming back on. Five to go in this first half. Dogman wants to go again. Very active down this left side of the first half. Dogman. It's Haggart. Back to Kasipli. Ricochet from Tejada, wide for Lamb. Zubac's been pretty quiet. They haven't found him yet. Service hasn't been there. Wonder if Switchbacks sort of sense what tonight is about with the players missing and the rotation in the lineup. Obviously, every time you step between the lines, Ricky, you know you're going for 3 points and competitive juices take over, but they're in a comfortable position. They are missing players. They just don't feel like themselves tonight in any regard.
Just seem to be a bit off. When I say off, I mean unable to connect passing, the right shape, the right spacing, no real options. Haven't really thrown anything forward, and Tess Shuttler also defending. Too many times their press has been broken far too easily. And those are not just talent-based, that's execution. That's great ball. That's willingness to win your individual battles. So if you're James Chambers, you have to be a little bit frustrated with how your side has performed here on the road. 42 minutes in.
Zubac pressuring. Williams knocks it back for Mahoney. Williams. Tejada. Just don't really have an answer when they get here right now, the Switchbacks. Williams.
Just need more movement. More movement from Tejada and Cole Morocco as well. Great ball.
He's on side, and if he would have gotten the touch on that Haggart, he was on his own side of midfield, it would have been trouble for Christian Herrera.
There's no real options underneath Justin Dillon. Cole Morocco and Juan Tejada all want the ball to feet. They occupy the same space, and watch out, something behind the ball.
We've got Marcus Knackham imploring the center referee to consult with the fourth official and the assistant referee. Something happened nefariously behind the play. He is hot right now, Dylan Powers. He calmed down, escorted away from the assistant referee by Colin Shuttler. Something that we could pick up from our vantage points. Been back behind
He's gone.
the ball.
That's Justin
and
Dillon.
It's Dillon, yes it is. So the referees talked it over. Whatever happened behind the ball, again, we didn't see it, nor did we have a look at it. It warranted a yellow for Justin Dillon, and it's his second of the evening. And now Colorado Springs down a goal and a man.
Frustration from Justin Dillon. Unable to get involved. He takes it out on Nackham, it seems like. Why put yourself in even in that situation when you're already on a yellow card?
Early shower for Dillon. And our production crew is trying to see if it happened anywhere, but it was so far after the ball was gone. Whatever the case might have been, nothing we picked up, nothing you or I saw, Rick, and we followed the ball. So sorry for not having the answer for you at home, but it was away from the ball. I don't think the referee again even had the answer, Mohammed Hassan, because he was away. He didn't see it. He had to go consult with the fourth official and the assistant referee, and they recommended a yellow for Dillon, and it was his second. So whatever transpired, it's 2, and Dillon's gone. Down a goal, down a man as we head into stoppage time in this first half, brought to you by Zolfagari Law. We've got an additional 4 minutes. When it's not your night, it's not your night. As we've talked about tonight for Colorado Springs, it just seemed often with the players missing and short rest in the midweek. Down a goal, down a man, and they still find a way. It's Hanya. Overlap from Rocha coming. He uses it. Rocha centers it. Opportunity here. Oh, what a save by Shuttler. That would have been a terrific response for the Switchbacks. Cole Baraka had the opportunity. You tie it up there, then you pack it in, play for a point. But Shuttler with his first save of the night.
It's not the best defending from Kisipli here. You need to go with the runner. Gives Aiden Rocha the ability to pick up his head and just find Cole Maraka making a trailing run off the shoulder of Juan Tejada. He slashes across that near post, so he's opened up a space for the cutback. But take nothing away from the fantastic ability from Shuttler. Back across where he came from, athletic. Got his left arm to push it up and away from his goal. Keep this thing 1-0.
Swinger from the corner, their first. Switchbacks. A lot of traffic in front, and it's not the answer. Shuttler really flies under the radar, but one of the better goalkeepers in this league. This year he's got a save percentage up around 75. He's got 9 clean sheets. Just a good veteran presence to have back there. Finally got the chance to shine this year. Remember, he was a number 2 last year behind Cody Cropper until Cody Cropper retired for Orange County. And he's never looked back and given up the spot. Colin Shuttler.
It's a fantastic save, yes, but the player of Cole Maraka's quality, if you just continue with your momentum and just simply guide it into that far post, you're asking a lot of the opposing goalkeeper.
Hanya, it almost seems like the red card has woken Colorado Springs up. Rocha. Back to Shuttler for a moment as we head into playoff time. He's the caliber goalkeeper who can steal you a game, or if it's 0-0, or whatever the case may be, late on, get you to penalties and excel in the penalties. He is that type of guy. He can steal you a game, not just a serviceable goalkeeper, one of the top goalkeepers in this league. Mahoney. good exercise for Orange County too now. It's just situational football. You are up a goal and up a man. In terms of what that means in the grand scheme of things, there's no way you should lose a game in a situation like that. Up a goal and a man, and they take that lead into halftime now at home in what is a massive game for their playoff prospects. They have Colorado Springs exactly where they want them.
I'll start with James Chambers and the Switchbacks. It's going to be really interesting to see what he does in this next 45. Do you stay into a 4-4-1? Do you bring in Zach Zandy? You look at Marcos Rios as well, players that can play a little bit higher. Juan Tejada can play as a lone striker. So tactically, what does this look like for the Switchbacks coming out? And for Orange County and Danny Stone, you need to keep the tempo high, move the ball from left to right. Big 45 in their playoffs hope coming up.
So Orange County will go to the break up a man and up a goal in a first half in which they don't even actually have a shot. That's what happens when you help create havoc. Own goal goes their way. Halftime presented by IPA Physio, the official physical therapist of OCSC. We're back in a moment from Irvine.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. That's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Community aspect of Orange County Soccer Club. And if you want to support local sports and local teams, this is like the definition of a local team. More than just a soccer team, it's more of a huge family that's coming together here to support the one and only professional team that we have here in Orange County.
OCSC is just such an amazing place to go with the family on Saturday nights. We look forward to it so much, and we can't get enough of it.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Halftime brought to you by IPA Physio, the official physical therapist of OCSC. And right now, these fans are happy with a 1-0 lead, and they're happy with some of the results that are going on elsewhere. Not all of them, and not particularly this result that we're about to show you right now. Phoenix Rising on the road against New Mexico United. Phoenix Rising currently lead 2-1. We're getting into stoppage time there. Here's how they got that lead.
Really clever from McQuayle. Taylor Maples steps up, sends Rios Nova the wrong way. You think New Mexico will take all 3 points when they take an early lead, especially at home. Quajo, we talk about a play that steps up when his teams need him and help. Really good penalty, closes up his hips at the last second, and this is just pure reaction from Charlie Dennis. He's been a fantastic signing since coming over from the Rowdies. Unable to get their first New Mexico. And as it stands, Phoenix Rising on the verge of taking a massive 3 points on the road.
So that is the Phoenix Rising team that comes into the night just below Orange County in the table. Orange County trying to stave off Phoenix Rising. And it's one of 5 matches that we have going on around the league. El Paso just tied it from 2-0 down to 2-2 against San Antonio. That's good news for Colorado Springs in our game. Again, Switchbacks in a position where they're not going to miss the playoffs, just a matter of when they officially clinch. If that goes final, and we'll update you when it does, and San Antonio drops points, Switchbacks, even though they're down a goal and down a man right now, would clinch a spot.
2 goals in the last 5 minutes for El Paso Locomotive. There's an own goal by Bergsman, Miles Lyons as well in the 88th minute. Going back the other way, you look at Sacramento 1-1 against Monterey Bay. That's an interesting result for Jordan Stewart as they continue to try to make their late push. And what a massive result in the Eastern Conference. North Carolina taking all 3 points against FC Tulsa. They've struggled over the last couple weeks.
Yeah, we're going to look back on tonight as maybe one of the most transformative nights in the playoff race because of the teams competing and the head-to-heads. So we'll see how things look when the dust settles. We'll be back in just a few moments with half number 2 between Orange County and Colorado Springs. That guy's probably watching the Phoenix Rising New Mexico game wondering why New Mexico's not helping out Orange County's cause right now. The IPA Physio halftime show rolls on.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Flavors, the same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador, spiked bebidas.
We love each other, and we love this city, and we love this club. It's everything.
I just make sure that my voice is good to go because I probably only got a half to use it.
We used to tell people in the supporter section, go hard or don't be here, right?
Lots of chanting, lots of loudness.
It's electric. It's loud. It's exciting.
195 days they waited. This was a glorious victory at home.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
A lot of smiles right now here in Championship Soccer Stadium. Orange County up 1-0 as they continue their playoff push, unbeaten in the last 4, going up against the Switchbacks team, unbeaten in their last 6, but that looks like it might be in jeopardy here. We'll take a look around USL Championship with some news and notes. Shield winners, Lou City, just continue their historic season.
They've been fantastic under Danny Cruz. What they've been able to do, continue to break history, and well-deserved for them. But how good have Vegas been? They clinch a playoff spot. For the first time in their history, Dennis Sanchez, what he's been able to do with that club, completely turn around their identity. And the kids for New Mexico kick out of cancer. Fantastic thing that they've been doing for their club. And the kids look fantastic here tonight as well.
Kids look fantastic, but I believe it just went final and they lost in those kits tonight, 2-1 against Phoenix Rising. That is about to go final as we take a look at the schedule for the weekend. We've got a busy night tonight, 5 games all around, and the action continues nonstop on Saturday. Starts early with Detroit City and Indy as far as it pertains to the Western Conference playoff chase. That one between Colorado Springs and San Antonio is going to be big for a couple of different reasons.
Memphis 9-1 against Sacramento Republic. Memphis a little bit under the radar, sitting at number 5 in the Western Conference. But how big of a match in terms of the home playoff games will that be for Detroit City against Indy 11? Both teams sitting at 4-5.
And then as you take it further into the day on Saturday and then to Sunday, you've got Vegas coming off clinching a playoff spot. They're jockeying for position and maybe hosting a playoff game. Oakland Phoenix, that one massive because Oakland has been sinking like a stone. Phoenix has been really teetering on edge as well, but those two teams still on the good side of the playoff line. If that one's a tie, that opens the door to teams like Tulsa and San Antonio.
I think that's exactly what those teams would want, a tie. And Oakland Roots, looking at their last 5 games, they've lost 4 of them. Their Phoenix Rising on the brink of winning their second in their last 5. That one's massive for their playoff hopes, because Oakland, as of late, they continue to drop in the Western Conference.
We are moments away from starting things in half number 2. It's Orange County up 1-0 and up a man on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. This has been the halftime show presented by IPA Physio, the official physical therapist of OCSC.
Just the community aspect of Orange County, our club. And if you want to support local sports and local teams, this is like the definition of a local team. More than just a soccer team, it's more of a huge family that's coming together here to support the one and only professional team that we have here in Orange County.
OCSC is just such an amazing place to go with the family on Saturday nights. We look forward to it so much, and we can't get enough of it.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Here in Orange County, passion runs deep for the beautiful game and for the community. That's why Patterson Autos is proud to be the official sponsor of the Orange County Soccer Club. From Tustin Mazda to Tustin Hyundai, Huntington Beach Mazda to Mission Viejo Kia. We're 4 dealerships strong, serving Orange County with the best selection of your favorite vehicles. At Patterson Autos, we believe in teamwork, community, and giving back. So join us in cheering on OCSC. Come visit Patterson Autos, your favorite Orange County dealer, and let's score together.
Tonight's match is presented by PNC Bank and the Noah Benedou Foundation. Once again, the Noah Benedou Foundation wants to remind fans to never drive drunk and get home safely. Dive into highlights from half number 1 between Orange County and Colorado Springs. And Ricky, there weren't a ton. There was only 1 shot on target in this first half, and it wasn't even the 1 goal of the half.
But you'll see a lot of the success for Orange County. They start on one side of the field and they end on the other, especially through Seth Kasipli, Kevin Partita, and Chata. Their spacing and their balance has caused all sorts of issues for the Switchbacks. And yet again, if you are Aiden Rocha, you cannot get caught being this narrow. Chris Hagar, the little peek over his left shoulder, understands he has Aiden Rocha beat. Let the ball come through. Now you know the space is in beyond the aggressive outside back, and now you're just asking for numbers to crash in and around the 18-yard box. Speedy Williams just sees it a little bit late, unable to get his body right. Wicked deflection into his own net. And Orange County will take it. They take the 1-0 lead as we walk into halftime.
Maybe deserve it. I mean, they were the aggressors for the majority of the half, but then things changed with the red. We never saw it. We followed the ball. Cameras never saw it. Cameras followed the ball. It was behind the play. The referee had to confer with the assistant referee and the 4th official. It was a second yellow then for Justin Dillon. But then the best chance came for Colorado Springs after going down a man.
Tejada, he makes that near post run. He pulls out 2 Orange County players, but if you're Comaraca, just simply guide it into that far post. When you try to cut back across where it came from, you're actually playing into the hands of Shuttler because he's already in that post. But take nothing away from the quality of that save to put it up and over his crossbar.
So there you have it, the rare instance where the 1 shot on target is by the team who doesn't have a goal in the match so far, the own goal for Orange County. possession pretty even. Overall, though, Ricky, it's felt like Orange County has been more threatening, and it feels like Colorado Springs just is in a funk here tonight.
Yeah, Colorado Springs unable to really find the spacing. It's going to be interesting to see what James Chambers does in terms of the tactical awareness into this next 45 minutes. Does he go with the 4-4-1? Does he push 2 players high? You need to get a result here on the road. And for Orange County and Danny Stone, I do think top priority is going to be defending. How compact can you be in your structure to let the Switchbacks go around you, not through you? If you can get the second goal early in the second half, you can put this game to bed.
And again, Orange County up a man in all of this as well. No changes at the break for either team. The good news, while they were in the locker room, Colorado Springs clinched the playoff spot. So congratulations to the Switchbacks, because San Antonio drew El Paso and Tulsa lost earlier against North Carolina. Switchbacks have officially qualified for the playoffs, and we're underway in half number 2. Glad to have you with us this evening on ESPN Plus with MLS veteran Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa. So now the top 4 seeds at the moment in the Western Conference have all clinched a spot. You've got San Antonio in 9th. Their maximum points remaining would take them rather to 44. So not enough to track down Colorado Springs. Same goes for Monterey Bay and Tulsa. Not enough to track down Colorado Springs. So officially, at the end of tonight, the little X will be next to the Switchbacks in the standings. It'll be a little hollow, though, if it comes in a loss here for a team that has higher aspirations, a team that can finish as high as 2nd in the West.
Tejada, handful of the jersey of Owen Lamb, gets him in trouble. There's just no need. The ball's gone. Don't try to gain it back. Instead, you pick up a yellow as you become a little bit overzealous.
It's Tejada and Rocha with yellows for Switchbacks. Already down a man. Partita with the yellow on the other side for Orange County. You're in James Chambers' shoes here, Ricky. Down a goal and a man. How do you play in this? You typically see teams set up in that those 2 banks of 4 with 1 striker up top, but it was your striker in Justin Dillon who was sent off, and you are down a goal, and you have to chase a little bit if you want to pick up the 3 points. So how are you playing this?
I think you look at right now what they're trying to do. They're trying to split both center backs. So now Mahoney and Pierre drop in a little bit deeper. Speedy Williams drops in to make a line of 3. So now you afford Matt Real and Aiden Rocha to join the attack. And now you will not be surprised if you see Juan Tejada or Hanya make those runs from outside and a little bit more direct. And the way that they play route 1. Try to play into the half of Orange County, win those second balls with Comaraco, Speedy Williams, and Steven Echeverria, and see if you can just gain some real estate higher up the field, because you've had a really difficult time building out of the back.
Mahoney gives it away. Going back to that conversation you and I were having toward the end of the first half. Now this is, again, just a perfect opportunity for Orange County to rehearse some situational football. Aside from the fact that they need these 3 points in their playoff quest, this could be a situation that presents itself. Up a goal, up a man. Can you solidify the 3 points? Or in playoff time, just can you solidify your spot in the next round? You
cannot let complacency creep in for Danny Stone's side, especially when you are, like you said, Joe, up a man and up a goal. You start to think you have a little bit more time, ability to take extra touches. Is actually the opposite. You want to make the ball do all the work. The ball never gets tired, to move the ball from left to right, force Colorado Springs to start to chase, and that's when gaps can open up. And when they open up, that's when you go and try to get your secondary goal. So decision making and speed of play, top priority for Orange County.
way back for Herrera. Pressure really closing in here. Jamison stepping up. Orange County really turned things around again when Danny Stone took over. This would be 5 unbeaten, 3 wins after they lost that opening match against Vegas when he was in charge for a couple of days. They had those couple of weeks to reset. It's a team that you maybe would not want to play if they're in this form as we head closer and closer to the postseason. Took a deflection there off of Jamison. They're playing with fire right now, Colorado Springs.
The really good ball from Matt Real. Just little things like that. That needs to be in 2 touches from Cole Maraca. Your first touch needs to get out of your body so you can pop it into the path of Hanya.
There is Hanya. Still Hanya to the end line, fed in front toward Tejada, back toward Hanya. Williams gives it away. They're showing little spurts like that, switchbacks, where the attack looks menacing. Maraca was calling for it. Brought down by Real. Back for Shuttler from Nakim. Best ball out from Shuttler. Shaky moments from both goalkeepers with the ball at their feet in the early stage of this second half. Again, it's Hanya. Looking through for Tejada. End product just doesn't seem to be there for Tejada. It's been that way all season. Again, just 1 goal for someone who's been a prolific scorer in this league. 30 appearances, 20 off the bench. Has just not gotten going.
He's actually making the right movement, so he saw the opportunity that fell to Cole Maraca in the first half. It's good because he slashes across that near post, and the same action right here. Now you're asking Matt Real. Yes, he needs to cover a lot of ground to get there. When that ball goes wide, the weak-sided wide player needs to come and join and crash 18-yard box.
Kept the ball in this half so far to begin this second half. Sustained pressure they didn't really have any of in the first half. Chada, Lamb. Started every game this season for Orange County. Owen Lamb, only player to do so. Shuttler had a handful of games that he hasn't started in goal, as ever present as he has been. Dogman. Jamison. Something brewing here in the attack for Orange County. Partida. Might see a lot of this in this second half from Orange County with the man advantage. Just pragmatic, patient on the ball. Don't need to force the issue, just have to be secure. If you can get a second goal, great. It won't come here. as the offside flag is up on Jameson. And just want to remind you, 10-ticket flex packs are the best way to attend multiple matches or to use all 10 tickets on your friends and family out to a single match here at the Champ. Head to orangecountysoccer.com/flex-packs for more information. We have to do an incredibly deep dive, but 40 minutes away, figuring stoppage time, from what could be a shot on targetless win for Orange County. It's possible, as we've seen exactly how tonight, an own goal. I don't know if you will find any of those, or maybe you could count on one hand the number of those this season, the last couple of years. They've still got plenty of time to get on shot on target, and being that they're up a man, I'm sure they will. But still nearly an hour into this one, up a goal without a shot on target, Orange County. Lamb. Jameson, pressured by Delence-Pierre. Jameson lost it. He does well to work back and win it back. His work rate, something that goes under the radar, considering the talent he has, the speed, all those attributes that have made him the young star that he is. He's putting the dribbling on display here. That work rate, willingness to get back defensively, showcased as well. Dogman. From distance for Dogman, it'll spin out and be a corner for Orange County. Corner brought to you by Cityside Fiber.
Not often you see such a young player like Bryce Jamison that has the talent that he has, but also the attitude to continue to do the dirty side of the ball. There's no coincidence why he's been monitored by some of the biggest clubs in European football, per Tom Bogert. It's a fantastic career ahead of him.
Kasipli's corner balloon to the back post with an open Hagar putting it on the ground. Is that a set play or just Colorado Springs losing track of a mark? He was wide open, Hagar. Hagar delivers toward the back post. And a free kick coming out for the Switchbacks. Crisis avoided.
It's the right idea here from Chris Hagar. Trying to put it back into the mixer and cause a little bit of chaos. But James Chambers is going to be really frustrated with how a player is that wide open at the back post. And that shot that tries to make an action on this ball just undercuts Wantahada in doing so. No ill will whatsoever. And good to see Wantahada on his own power. Those falls can be a bit awkward for players if they land in the wrong spot.
Switchbacks find a way to slay the beast that has been the compact shape of Orange County. Ever since going up a man with that 1-goal lead, just no avenues through for Colorado Springs. Maybe something here. That's not going to count as a pass back, not the intention there. Owen Lamb bends it through. It's Jameson. Just curled away from him. Trying to find the ball over his shoulder. We'll have to do it again, Owen Lamb. There was a second ball on the pitch. out to Lamb. Oh, and Lamb whips one in. Looking for that second goal now, Orange County. Some sustained attack. It's Chada, took a deflection, and it's out for a corner.
Just so impressive how Orange County has came out of the break, how expansive they've been, but look at this touch from Chris Hagar. Takes Echeverria out of the game, and as he slashes across him now, puts this Colorado Springs Switchbacks back line on some pressure. Chada unable to get it on target, but those little things as an attacking player are just so crucial to your success.
It was going to be a corner, it seemed, but switched to a goal kick. Here's Jamison. He actually had Colorado Springs setting up to defend as if it were a corner. Referee said goal kick. Beyond the hour mark now. Still a 1-goal lead for Orange County, still up a man. A couple of changes being prepared now for the Switchbacks. Two players that we thought would be in the starting 11 tonight for Colorado Springs who are set to come on. Noah Santos and Zach Zandy.
Great work from Ethan Zubak.
And Chada lost his footing as he tried to spring it back through for Zubak. There's so much of that dirty work that goes unnoticed on top of the 8 goals he has this year.
First conversation that we had with Danny Stone when he took over this Orange County side. Player that he highlighted with Ethan Zubak, with how he works on the training pitch, but also on game day on both sides of the ball. Great teammate, great in the locker room. See how influential he can be in the attacking phase of the game with those selfless types of moves.
Tejada. Making Nakam work. Tejada inside and out again. Lays it off for Maraca. Maraca's cut down needlessly by Jamison. Free kick coming for Colorado Springs.
Like you said, Joe, no need for Bryce Jamison to try and win the ball. Use the end line and the sideline as a second and third defender. As he swipes it, it catches Cole Maraca on the right ankle. That's going to leave a little bit of a boo-boo there. But good action, good opportunity for Aiden Rocha. It's a nightmare for goalkeepers to deal with the traffic oncoming. They're aiming for right around that far post at the head height level.
Swung in by Rocha, headed away by Nakam. Only as far as Speedy Williams. Ryosuke Hanya. On the turn, chance here for the Switchbacks. Off target. Just a very rushed shot from Matt Real. Didn't know how much time he had. He didn't have much of it. Here come those changes. Rocha, Echeverria both come off. Santos, Zandy both come on.
Like for like for James Chambers. Nicolas Santos will come in at the right back position, 2 assists on the season. So expect him to get up and down on that far side. Zach Sandy, a player that the Switchbacks organization rave about, his quality, his IQ. Not be surprised if you see him on the ball early and often, especially in that final third.
Subs brought to you by MedEquip. backside of the boot toward Jamison. The right pass selection there. There was a trailing run, kept alive by Lamb. Driven ball in by Lamb. Feels like they're getting closer, Orange County, unlocking the switchbacks a bit more as Colorado Springs have to open up a bit down a goal. And just a reminder, with San Antonio ultimately tying against El Paso, Colorado Springs have clinched the playoff spot officially now. Cannot be caught in terms of total points by anybody who is below the playoff line. Speedy Williams, Yosuke Hanya, Pierre for Tejada. Still just one shot on target in this matchup. Belongs to Colorado Springs. That big save by Colin Shuttler. Late stage of the first half after Colorado Springs went down a man. Orange County leading this game up a man without a shot on target. That own goal from Speedy Williams came all the way back in the 32nd minute. Still 1-1 between Sacramento and Monterey Bay. Here, Orange County will visit El Paso, host New Mexico, and host Hartford Athletic to close out the regular season. Colorado Springs will host San Antonio, visit Monterey Bay, and visit Sacramento. Possibility that on the last day of the season, that matchup between Sacramento and Colorado Springs could decide who's number 2, who's number 3.
Bit of an awkward coming together on that far side. And Rocha pushes Chris Agard into Hanya. Excuse me, Carlos Santos. I know when the foul's on, it should be on Carlos Santos. That engages in the initial pushing.
Jamison looking like his day may be done as he was laying down. With Lamb coming to help him stretch out, and that seems to be the case. Cameron Dunbar is ready to check in, told it will be for Bryce Jamison right here. Doesn't have a goal or assist to show for it. Bryce Jamison, another very impactful, effective, lively night for Orange County. This sub brought to you by MedEquip. Colorado Springs ready to bring on a couple of more. Alex Anderson just went over to the halfway line, as did Kenzie Herman. Gonna go for this one, Colorado Springs, see if they can steal a point. It's very unlikely that goal differential would come into the equation. The first 2 tiebreakers are head-to-head points and then goal differential in head-to-head matches. You have to get all the way down to the 5th tiebreaker for goal differential. So for those of you who might be thinking, well, Colorado Springs at least down a man if they could keep it 1-0, it improves their goal differential. It's the 5th tiebreaker, so really not a factor. So in a case like this, if you're James Chambers, go for it, open up. That 1 point that you could pick up by finding an equalizing goal is much more valuable than keeping it 1-0. If you lose 4-0, so be it. And it looks like he's going to go for it with the subs he is planning, Anderson and Herman. At risk of going down 2-0, though, here.
It also gives you, on the mental side of it, for his side, the ability that they can go out in a really difficult place to play and grind out result down a man as well. So in a way, it's a bit of a win-win for James Chambers. Great touch.
Here's Dunbar. Zubak started making that run. He's offside though right now. Dunbar still. Now he slots it through, and you can see the disappointment from Zubak. He took himself out of the play because Dunbar initially didn't play the ball, and finally he did, but while Zubak had already given himself up.
It's one of the most frustrating things as a striker. You make a really clever run, just asking for someone to play it into the path so you can run onto it.
Tejada tries from distance. His final moments here, he's going to be coming off for Kenzie Herman. Just a 1 save still for Shuttler as he lays it off, but a massive save it was, keeping it 1-0 moments after Colorado Springs had gone down a man. How different it could be if that ball goes in. Now you're talking about a Switchbacks team that is putting 10 behind the ball, parking the bus, just getting out of here with a 1-1 draw. Or trying to, at least. On a night where Ethan Zubak hasn't really had the service in dangerous areas, still has 20 touches and still helping facilitate for others. A lot of what he does goes unnoticed. People, though, have been taking note more as of late. Up to 8 goals on the season. Had 2 in that game, that win over Phoenix a couple of matches ago. Play by Delence Pierre, looking through for Hanya. Flag stays down, running off of him, Zandy, still Hanya. And Hanya's gonna get called for the foul here. Frustration at the end as he drifted away from the ball, got a fistful of jersey. And here come those changes. Herman and Anderson coming on for Tejada and Hanya respectively. So Hanya was giving whatever he had left in the tank there on that play.
Fantastic work from Pierre. Quickly recover the ball, and his first glance is to put it into the path of Hanya. The attacking player has a cleaner first touch. Most likely it's 1-1 because you have Zach Standing facing his attacking goal. So now Hanya comes off. Anderson will be like for like in Herman as well. We're playing this left-hand side flanking Komaraka. He'll play centrally.
Can't watch the match? Turn on SiriusXM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access, Tuesdays at 7 Eastern. You can hear live matches around USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app. Felt like Orange County's been in danger, but it is still a 1-goal game. They still don't have a shot on target. They'd love to find that second goal for the insurance. It's Dunbar. It won't come there.
Joe, you hear this? eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. You download it?
I've had it since it came out.
Great. Looking forward to playing with you after this game.
Play through for Dunbar. Has the run from Zubak. Dunbar feeds Zubak. Oh, it was just out of his reach. Still in play, though. Floated back centrally. Great hustle on the far side to keep that alive from Hagart. It just seemed like Zubak pulled up at the end, was expecting him to just put out the foot, poke it home. Slip through for Lamb. Trying to get it back to the edge of the area where Chata was cutting. Chata pressuring. Almost won it back. They've picked it up a few notches, Orange County, over the last few minutes. Seems like they're starting to sense a tiring Switchbacks. That's something that maybe flies under the radar when you're down a man, just how much additional energy you're expending, especially when you're down a man and a goal. If you're down a man and it's tied, or you're down a man and you're up, you can sit back and conserve energy, but not when you're down a goal as well. And that is starting to show. Orange County starting to carve through the Switchbacks.
Every single time a team goes up a man, the message from the head coach is move the ball, make the ball work, tire your opponents, make them chase from side to side, because when they do that, like I said earlier, those gaps will start to open up. So you have to be patient, because the time will come when you need to play vertical and you need to try to exploit the spaces in between. And Orange County has done a fantastic job of that, picking and choosing their times when to raise the tempo, but also when to have the ball circulation to draw the Switchbacks out of their shell. 77 minutes in, I don't think Danny Stone think of a better performance from his side.
Sneaks through for Zubak. He's taken out. Advantage was played, but there really wasn't any, so it's brought back for this free kick. And it's going to be a yellow here for Delence Pierre. That is the only yellow on the field right now for Colorado Springs after they'd subbed off Rocha and Tejada.
But again, it comes with the understanding when to play a little bit vertical. You create a little bit of an overload. Nathan Zubak gets here clearly before Pierre. The ball's gone. This little touch right here. He takes out the attacking player to clear yellow card. No room for argument. Seen Seth could simply have the quality to put in a dangerous ball, especially at this far post area. Watch out for Chris Hagart making a looping run on the right side of the goal.
To salt this one away, Kasipli, that's got to be better on the service. Marco Rios will be the 5th and final sub for Colorado Springs. He'll be coming on, we're told, from Matt Real. It's cut back for Dunbar. A swing and a miss. Many Dodgers fans that are also Orange County fans happy the swings and misses are here and not there. Dodgers with a rout of the Padres tonight. It'll be a game 5 in that series. Dunbar wants to be released through. He's in, but he's off. Fifth and final Metaquip sub for the Switchbacks. As mentioned, Real out, Rios in. Ricky, it's got to be frustrating in a way for Orange County now. you still don't have a shot on target. 3 points is 3 points if they can see this through, not concede while they're up a man here. But a lot of opportunities have been squandered that seem very promising. Play it off now, edge of the area. Oh, it's off the chest of Nakam on the shot from Maraca.
It just seems the lack of discipline. The last two actions that Cameron Dunbar has been involved in. First, it's a non-passing to Ethan Zubek, and the second one, he gets caught offside. You're looking down the line, you have to be a little bit more patient when you break. Little things like that are a massive difference of having 0 shots on goal, maybe getting the secondary goal here as we approach the last 10 minutes. That is the only complaint that Danny Stone might have, because other than that, they've dictated tempo, they've played this game on their terms, whether it's the build-out phase, but also playing direct. Their movement ahead of the ball has been fantastic. The spacing essentially between Seth Kasipli and Kevin Partita yet again has been really good. But it's that final piece that's been a bit lacking for Orange County.
.110 to play in a game that has never really felt in doubt for Orange County, but has also never really felt convincing for Orange County. Up a goal, up a man, for what would be a massive 3 points, would bring Orange County to 39 and keep pace with Phoenix, who also won tonight on the road against New Mexico. Maybe that's the underlying sour note of the evening for Orange County. Phoenix on the road against the first place New Mexico side. You felt maybe they drop points and you have some more cushion, but not the case. Cutting in now, Anderson going for goal, it's blocked. Rios. Only as far as Zandy. Out to Santos. Back for Speedy Williams, who would love to make amends. It's his own goal still, that's the difference.
How good Orange County has played in between both boxes. It's still only 1-0. Takes one little bit of magic from this Switchbacks attacking unit to draw it even. A set piece, a silly mistake. The sense that there is going to be yet another really good opportunity as this game continues to progress for either side. Who's going to be composed and take it?
Be a free kick, and it is for Colorado Springs. Side of the box, edge of the area now, cutting, it's Herman, laying it off. Santos floats it over Pierre, still loose. Oh, there was a chance there for Matt Mahoney to get his foot on it. Zandy keeps it alive. Santos again in delivery, it's back off of Santos. He's trying to get there and shield it out properly for a goal kick, and watch out. Mahoney shoves a player to the end board. Kasipli gets in his face, has to be separated. Santos can walk away and play the victim, but it all started with his action, and Kasipli was not happy about it.
And rightly so. Yet again, it comes out from frustration from Koa Santos, not having the ability to whip in a ball. But this is exactly what Kevin Partita means to this side. The ability to cover ground, do the defensive side of it. The ball's gone, it's out of bounds. And that little push out right there. No need whatsoever. It's deserving of a yellow card.
That is the only yellow from that situation. No yellow for the aftermath with Kasipli getting involved, just the yellow to Santos. Colorado Springs sitting in 4th. They've already done enough to qualify for the postseason. Got help earlier to officially qualify. The results from San Antonio and Tulsa. Orange County, should they hold on here, would be tied on 39 points with Phoenix. Orange County have the tiebreaker. They would sit in 7th, Phoenix in 8th. And they would have a 4-point cushion with 3 games to play over 9th place San Antonio. Orange County could climb even higher, only 2 points back of Oakland and 5 back of Memphis for 5th. Christian Sorto and Ben Norris coming on for Orange County. Chris Hagart will exit, as will Ashish Chada. Another really strong evening for Chris Hagart.
Just gives this Orange County side a pocket presence, something that they don't really have in their profile players. There was Brian Olowski before he got injured. Ability to play in between the lines, comfortable in terms of his combination play, 1v1. He's given them a different look going forward, Chris Hagart has.
USL Championships on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all year long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports, Golasso Network, and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete TV listings. Busy weekend coming up. Every game meaning more and more as we come down the stretch. Way back for Herrera. Could be the losing goalkeeper tonight and hasn't faced a shot on target, still in the 87th minute. Despite Colorado Springs being down a man for the last 40. Coach Chambers for Colorado Springs, even if the result holds, probably going to be happy with the response. After they go down a man and down a goal, they've really been threatening and they've strung some nice passes together. They've been better than they were earlier on when it was still 11v11, and they still may yet find an equalizer here. Played in toward Herman, and it's out for a corner.
I agree with you, Joe. The ball's been moving a lot quicker from side to side. Players seem a lot more intentional with their actions. Importantly, they've been threatening, putting the ball into a dangerous area, really testing the shape and the will of Orange County's back line. Moments like this be really interesting for the Switchbacks. 89th minute, down a man, down a goal. You're looking for quality here.
We'll have a redo as well. Herman. Another long ball over the top. Orange County handling it, and it is literally handled against Mahoney. Free kick coming out for Orange County. Miles getting ready to enter for Orange County. 90th minute. does come on. It'll be for Kevin Partita. Colorado Springs unbeaten in 6 coming in. 4 wins, 2 draws. Orange County unbeaten in 4, 2 wins, 2 draws. 4 minutes of stoppage time now brought to you by Zolfagari Law. Orange County has been searching for that insurance goal. They still haven't found it, but they haven't broken defensively either. Lamb. Slip through. Cutting in. Dunbar going for goal. Took a deflection. It falls perfectly for Zubak. And he can't get it past Herrera.
Dunbar has really been impactful since coming onto this field, just with his energy and his quality to create space. Really difficult for Ethan Zubak to get his feet underneath him. How quickly this ball takes a bit of a deflection into him.
Also just had Sacramento take a 2-1 lead at home over Monterey Bay. So for this Colorado Springs team, we're coming into the night, aspirations of climbing to 2nd place in the Western Conference, where they were tied on points with Sacramento. They could leave tonight 3 points back of Sacramento if current results hold. Here is that sub, that final sub for Orange County. Partita out, Miles in. Colorado Springs, this would be their first loss since August 24th. 1-0 on the road, or rather at home against New Mexico. On a night where New Mexico scored early, 8 minutes in, and never relinquished. It was part of a leaner stretch for Colorado Springs. 7-game span there from mid-July to mid-August. Only had 1 win, had lost 4, drawn twice. They've been streaky this year. Remember, this team opened the season winless in 6 with 5 losses and a draw. Came in on a positive swing, unbeaten in 6. Missing key players tonight, international duty for the likes of Jairo Enriquez and Ronaldo Damas. Most importantly, an awkward own goal conceded in the first half, then going down a man in the first half. It's really been stacked against the Switchbacks. James Chambers and crew should, you'd imagine, be able to get right back on track after this. A speed bump here in Orange County, but can they steal a draw anyway? Over the bar. They've had little spurts tonight where all of a sudden they've found a way through. It was Herman with that try. Still, though, just 1 shot on target for Colorado Springs.
Love how he continues his run after he passes this ball, because it falls kindly into his preferred left foot. Just tries to do a little bit too much with it. Tries to bend it into that top corner. The most important thing in this action is you need to get your shoulders and keep it over the ball to not allow it to rise. It's a really good opportunity for the Switchbacks to draw even here.
Dogman gingerly walking off. Jogging off the field, seems to be all right. Just sat down on his own. County Line Coalition be happy to see another 3 points for the home side. And what at times felt like a wayward season for Orange County. On their 3rd coach. Saw some really lean stretches, even recently, before Danny Stone took over. Had lost 5 of 6, winless in 6 overall. This would be 5 unbeaten, 3 wins, 2 draws. We're floating adrift, and now It could be 4 points to safety with a win tonight. Zubak, Dunbar open in the middle. Herrera off his line. It's an empty net. Zubak goes for it, finishes it, and Orange County will win tonight. A 9th on the season. A deserving goal for Ethan Zubak.
I think the word that you said described it perfectly, Joe. Deserving for Orange County, and specifically for Ethan Zubak. Fantastic ball in, and it's the off-the-ball movement, the composure to see Herrera coming off of his line to take that touch horizontally. And still a lot left to do. Need to put it up and over the back-tracking Switchbacks players. Compose, cool, and Ethan Zubak gets his 9th on the year, and more importantly, gives Orange County another 3 points here at home.
Goal brought to you by Hogue. 31 touches tonight for Ethan Zubak. I mentioned that because even though he didn't have the service for much of the night, just so effective in different ways, playing off to others, feeding to others, finally gets his moment. Attack on a third just for fun now. Zubak, and let Dunbar pass him by. 6 minutes into stoppage time now. On a night where Colorado Springs still clinches a playoff spot, will do so in a loss, and Orange County gets closer and closer to locking down a spot of their own. With all the other results in the books, Orange County will end tonight 4 points clear. There is the final whistle. It wasn't easy for Orange County. They didn't salt it away until late, but it's a 2-0 victory. They're unbeaten in 5, and they're 4 points clear of the playoff line. Danny Stone, as the interim manager for Orange County, has them streaking at the right time.
It was always going to be an interesting match for this Orange County side, coming and welcoming the Switchbacks as they were informed they knew how to grind that results home or away. But give credit to Danny Stone, the way that he has his team playing on both sides of the ball. They're true to their identity. They're hard to break down. And when they get their chances in front of net, they take them. Fantastic 3 points for the home side.
And the man of the match is going to be Colin Shuttler tonight. The save he made right here to keep it at 1-0. That was the difference, and the man of the match is brought to you by Hogue.
Just watch his footwork, the way that he slides across to get to the central part of the goal, but quickly the acrobatics to push it up and over to deny Cole Morocco the goal to tie it at that point in time.
Tonight's post-game brought to you by Raising Cane's, a 2-0 victory for Orange County. We're back in a moment to wrap things up from Irvine.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Community aspect of Orange County, our club, and if you want to support local sports and local teams, this is like the definition of a local team. More than just a soccer team, it's more of a huge family that's coming together here to support the one and only professional team that we have here in Orange County.
OCSC is just such an amazing place to go with the family on Saturday nights. We look forward to it so much, and we can't get enough of it.
This game is brought to you by Raising Cane's 2-0 victory as the smoke clears here. Championship Soccer Stadium. Orange County fans get to celebrate another 3 points. We'll take a look at the full-time highlights brought to you by Omega Accounting on a night, Ricky, where offensively they didn't have much going until the second half. They get a goal in the first half, and it's courtesy of an own goal.
I thought this near side for Orange County was fantastic. The understanding between the two of Hagar and Ryan Dogman. You put this ball in a dangerous area, you'll get rewarded. I do think it's Pierre that throws off Speedy Williams. The ball comes a bit too quick for him, puts the ball into the back of his own net. That's an uh-oh moment for the Switchbacks, but this game completely changed when Justin Dillon takes down Nakam. It seems like off the ball. We don't see it. Our camera crew unable to see it, but he gets an early shower. So now Orange County will be up a man for the remainder of this game. And what will they do? Can they get that secondary goal? Was always going to be important for Danny Stone's side. Cameron Dunbar was really good when he came off the bench. Unable, Ethan Zubak, to get that clean first touch, but he will get his own goal. Fantastic off the ball movement. He was really good in terms of his work and the ability to be direct. But now, a lot left to do. Look how quickly he gets his hip squared. Understands Herrera's off of his line. 2 goals for Orange County. Big 3 points as they continue to push up the Western Conference.
Orange County will take on El Paso on the road this weekend. Colorado Springs will host San Antonio. So it's a quick turnaround for both. We'll take a look at the full-time stats brought to you by Hogue. Only 2 shots on target with 2 goals. That seems like it makes sense, but one of the goals came on the own goal. And Orange County, again, it never really felt comfortable, but they also never really felt like they were in doubt tonight.
But I do think it's deserved for Danny Stone and this Orange County side on and off the ball. They were far better than the Switchbacks, but you always know the talent that the Switchbacks have on their roster. So it was going to be that secondary action. That second goal was always going to be important. But yet Danny Stone continues to press all the right buttons to get the best out of Orange County.
Updated standings at the end of a 5-match night, with every match meaning something in the USL standings. So Monterey Bay actually ended up tying Sacramento late on. That's good news for Colorado Springs in their quest for the number 2 spot. Ricky, again, it's anybody's guess right now, but are the 8 teams above the line going to be the final 8? It's a 4-point cushion now for Phoenix.
It's a tough question. I think so now. I think San Antonio's chance was tonight against El Paso Locomotive. They dropped points against a team that's struggling. I think this is the 8 teams that are going to end up in the playoffs for the Western Conference.
Yeah, I'm with you. Phoenix tonight, if they would have lost against the first-place team and San Antonio beats the last-place team, those 2 are flipped in 8 and 9. It goes the complete opposite way, and this is how it will look going into the weekend. Well, week 32 of the USL Championship season, just about halfway done, all the midweek action taken care of. We are back with more on the weekend. It starts early, 4 o'clock kick between Detroit City and Indy. I'll do it for us here this evening. For the crew that makes this possible, my broadcast partner Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Joe Malva saying so long for now. A 2-0 win for Orange County over Colorado Springs. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.